Okay, we're going to do a really quick demonstration here of how to use the .cms AI plugin to generate content in .cms. I'm going to go ahead and add new content, and this is going to be a blog entry for our demo travel site. And I want the AI to generate pretty much everything in this blog. We've got an image, we've got the title, we've got the teaser. I'm going to get all of that. But what I'm going to do is start down at the blog content, which is in the block editor, and I'm going to start with AI content. And you'll see it says ask AI to write something, and I'm going to say write a blog entry about the 3 best hiking trails in New Zealand. Hit enter and let that go. Now this is using the OpenAI API, so you should know that there's not any privacy concerns with that. You'll see that this came back with an article here. If I scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see I have a few options. I can accept it. I can say, hey, I don't like it. I want to regenerate it, or I can delete it. I'm going to go ahead and accept it. And you'll see it gave me a title, an introduction, a paragraph on each of the 3 hiking trails that I was looking for, and a conclusion. And I'm going to go back and steal the title here, because again, I want the AI to do all the work. And I'm going to scroll back up to the top and drop that in for the title. Now, the next thing I want the AI to do the work on is the teaser. And we've got an introduction here, an introductory paragraph, and I want to take this, but I don't want a whole paragraph. I just want a sentence. So what I'm going to do is go back here, and I'm going to use the AI content again. And I'm going to say, write a 1-sentence teaser for the blog article with the following introductory paragraph. And then I'm going to drop that in there. And I'm going to let this do the work for me. And you'll see again, it gave me 1 sentence here. I can go ahead and accept that. And I'm going to cut this guy. And I'm going to paste that as well back up here in the teaser. All right, so I have a title, I have a teaser. The last piece of this blog that I want the AI to generate for me is the image. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back down to the image, and I'm going to do this a couple ways so you can see some of the capabilities. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say the AI image. And what I'm going to do is let it auto-generate it for me. And what this is going to do is look at the content I already have in the blog, in this block editor, and I'm going to generate an image. And I can give it some parameters if I want. So for example, I can say I want it to be photorealistic, and I want it to be warm colors. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and generate it. Now it'll go off, and this is going to send it off to the OpenAI DALL-E API. And depending upon where you are, this can take anywhere from, let's say, 20 to 40 seconds if you're in the US or the EU. If you're in other countries, sometimes it'll take a little bit longer. It just really depends on where OpenAI has their infrastructure. Now you'll see this is actually a pretty nice picture, but it decided to throw some text in there. That's probably not quite what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, I don't actually want this one. You will notice that it did a fairly good job of picking an image for me just based on my text, but I'm going to be a little bit more specific here. And I'm going to go to the AI image, and this time I'm going to say I want a photorealistic image of a hiker in nature that looks like New Zealand. All right, and we'll generate that one. Okay, so now we've got the image. I'm going to go ahead and accept it. And for this particular content type, the image is a separate field, right? The image that was generated in the block editor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to save it so that I can get it into the content type in a different field. And this is really simple. I'm going to right click here and save the image. You're not going to see everything pop up here because the screen capture is not going to get it. But I'm going to go ahead and save it. And then I'm going to go back up to the top here, and I'm going to choose it. And now we have the image. So I now can save and publish this. And we can go ahead and see that this now added a new blog entry that was entirely written by the AI.